Good evening, everyone. I'll call to order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, March 28, 6 p.m. All right. How's that? Good? Okay. All right. I would like to invite Danny Lance forward to provide us our invocation and lead us in our pledge. He's with True Life Church. If everyone will stand.
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, first of all, this time of year especially, we pause to just remember what this week means to us that are believers. That you showed us once and for all love beyond anything we could imagine, and we just say thank you. Tonight, Lord, we ask for wisdom for our leaders. We thank you for our leaders. We ask for protection for our leaders as well as for our first responders, for your care over each and every one of them. We thank you for our city. We ask you, Lord, just to direct tonight, help decisions that are made to be beneficial to everyone involved, help wisdom, knowledge, and Lord, I just pray especially tonight that you have your way and your will as we see our city continue to move forward. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Mayor Williams, excuse me, Mayor Williams,
Here.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Here. Councilmember Cagle.
Here.
Councilmember Tyler.
Here.
Councilmember Witt.
Here.
City Manager Miller.
Here.
City Attorney Litchford.
Here. All right, the first item that we have on the agenda is a special presentation. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a bit. We have so many outstanding organizations that work diligently in our city, for our community, for our citizens. And so I wanted to create an award for and to spotlight these organizations. I'm planning on doing this quarterly. It's difficult to choose. There's so many great ones, but with us coming off of the Christmas season and all that went on in that area with this organization, the East Ridge Needy Child Fund, I wanted to present a Community Spotlight Award to them. And I believe they have a special guest that also is heavily involved in contributing to this organization, and I believe they have something they would like to present or to say to them. But I would like to invite the East Ridge Needy Child Fund to come forward. Council, if you would come down also. So again, I wanted to start, I'm going to do this quarterly and recognize the outstanding organizations that we have in our city that are doing so much for our community. So I'm going to present this to y'all. The Community Spotlight Award presented to the East Ridge Needy Child Fund in recognition of outstanding contributions and dedication to our community. Your commitment to making a positive impact has not gone unnoticed. Your passion, leadership, and unwavering support have inspired those around you and enriched the lives of many. The mission of East Ridge Needy Child Fund is to help the neediest families in East Ridge with Christmas for their children, for providing warm coats, shoes, clothes, toys, and food baskets for the family. Your exemplary service to our community not only shines at Christmas but all year long by helping others, such as providing hotel room to a single mother and her son for 2 nights so they will not have to sleep in their car, by providing clothing, shoes, coats, 2 foster children who came to their new home with very little and providing assistance to single mother raising her children, who later came back as a grandmother to serve the Needy Child Fund Board and continue to give back. Your efforts have been a significant difference in the lives of many adults and children in the city of East Ridge, and we are grateful for your tireless efforts to promote kindness, caring, respect, and compassion for others. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Roy. Somebody's telling him stuff.
All right, now I believe, let's move this over here. Do you have also, you'd like to?
Can we get a picture first?
Oh, sure.
Usually the public picture person, but.
Jackie, do you want to come around? You sure?
Can we see him? I've got a little piece of paper because I'm not really that as good as you are as talking off the cuff, so.
Well, I read it off the flag.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Okay, so see? All right, so.
So it's all good.
Herman, can we have you down here? Jim, you're part of the East Ridge Needy Child Fund. You need to be down here, Mr. Herman. Thank you guys for letting us do this. We appreciate your all's continued support of the organization. The reason I thought I was coming here this evening is to say thank you. This was a total surprise to me, so thank you again for that. But we wanted to say thank you and honor this gentleman right here, Herman Schrader, for his support of the East Ridge Needy Child Fund. Herman has decorated, as hopefully everyone in this room and up there in that camera know, he has decorated the hill for over 20 years, attracting visitors not only locally, but from surrounding states. The lights on Jason Drive have grown to over 20,000 cars during the 1 month period they're lit, which is amazing. I don't know how many showed up the first year, but 20,000 is a lot of cars and a lot of people. For the past 7 years, he's made a generous portion of the monies collected during the month from Black Friday until Christmas Day has been donated to the East Ridge Needy Child Fund. This gentleman here has been seen collecting money pretty much nightly. Even though he sends people home, he comes back out. We know you do. Rain or shine, with a smile on your face and a Merry Christmas. We want to thank you for your unwavering support of our organization. We could not provide Christmas for the 330 plus children this past Christmas without you. And we honor you, and we want to present you with Champion of Children Award for your unwavering support and commitment to the children of East Ridge. We appreciate and love you. And for selfish reasons, we hope you're here for many, 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 many years to come.
Me too.
Don't go anywhere. You gotta get a
You
picture.
gotta get your picture made. And thank you guys again for allowing us to do that.
Thank you. What y'all do.
Thank y'all, that was a surprise.
You got it.
I love it.
I mean, I don't care more than my kids.
I've never been out there. They said I don't want to sit in those lines. Oh, I work it so I don't have to sit in a line. I can walk around and look at it. How you work it?
All right, we will move to the next item, the approval of the minutes of March 14, 2024 council meeting. Assume everyone's had an opportunity to review these minutes, and I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 14th meeting.
Second.
Have a motion approved by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any corrections or discussions? Sitting in roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Minutes are approved. We'll move to the next item, communication from citizens. This is an opportunity for any citizen to address the council with any questions, concerns, accolades. I don't think anybody signed in. If there's anyone in the audience, now is your opportunity to come forward. You'll have up to 5 minutes. I don't see anyone, so we'll move to communication from council members. I will start on this side. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes, sir, I have a couple. First off, I'd like to congratulate Michael Haley for his retirement after 34 years. Mike was here back when I was here, so he is going to be dearly missed because he knows wherever rock is, every manhole cover, every street sign. So the man will be missed. And then my next thing is, I don't know who has driven up down Ringo Road lately, but I was coming in from the Georgia the other night, and we've got 2 buildings that are on Ringo Road. It's just been put up that are absolutely beautiful, lit up at nighttime. That's textile printing and the warehouse down there. And I never thought a warehouse would be pretty at nighttime, but this thing is. So I'd like to congratulate the architects and the people that spent their time and effort building those things. So just a big congratulations to them.
Thank you, sir. Vice Mayor Haynes.
Just like to wish everybody a happy Easter.
Thank you. Councilmember Witt.
Same here. Happy Easter.
Councilmember Tyler.
On top of wishing everybody a happy Resurrection Day, the East Ridge Optimist Club is going to be hosting a spring market and community yard sale Saturday, April 20th, outside here by the dog park from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Anybody interested in getting signed up, visit the East Ridge Optimist Club on Facebook and go to our link and you can get signed up. Or see me, the president of the East Ridge Optimist Club, and I'll be glad to get you pointed in the right direction. But it's a good opportunity for vendors and community members to sell their goods or unwanted items and have a good time coming together. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir. So I have a few things, as usual. Tagging off of Councilmember Cagle, Monday, March the 25th, Councilmember Witt and City Manager Miller and myself attended TPC Packaging and Printing's ribbon cutting and open house event. TPC has been a thriving legacy business for over 99 years, with over 50 of those within the city of East Ridge. And this is the major reason why the city is a great place to live, work, and play. TPC has completed their beautiful 60,000 square foot building expansion, investing over $20 million and creating 90+ full-time jobs, additional jobs, enriching our local economy and employment landscape. I'd like to thank the Smith-Router family for their unwavering involvement and commitment to our community. With TPC's dedication and proven track record of success, we have no doubt that TPC will continue to thrive and flourish well into the future, leaving a lasting mark on our community and beyond. So we congratulate them. It's a beautiful facility and well lit, as you mentioned, Mr. Councilman Cagle. Upcoming, and Mr. Miller, you may cover this, I'm not sure, but City Hall will be closed tomorrow because of the Easter holiday. And the library will be closed Friday, Saturday, and then it'll reopen on Monday. Community Center, it's game time. So Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 2:30, the free programming for all ages. They have board games, card games, puzzles, so they'd love to see you there. Also, they are having 6 days a week, you're having something to do. So there's a lot of classes offered at the center. Make sure you visit East Ridge Parks and Rec to see many of the options that are available. Some of the things I printed off the flyer: aerobics, Zumba, martial arts, and probably many other things. Then wanted to mention also the craft fair that is going to be April the 27th for the library. That is actually at the community center, and the benefits will go to the proceeds will go to the East Ridge Library. They have local vendors, food, petting zoo, pony rides, and other door prizes, and it's free entry. And then I can't mention enough, and we'll mention often, the East Ridge Fall Festival. That's it's grand. We love it. It's going to be September the 28th this year, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Camp Jordan. They'll have food, music, fun. They'll have bounce houses, treats, games, craft vendors will be there, and so much, much more. And as everyone else has mentioned, we wish everyone a very happy and blessed Easter this coming weekend. And I believe that's all that I have, so I'll hand it to City Manager Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to give an update on a couple projects that are going on within the city. First off, Ringgold Road multimodal project. I think in the next couple months we'll be winding this project down to completion, and we can all say to ourselves, it's about time. Since the last report 2 weeks ago, updated tally is substantially completed. The concrete work being the curb and the gutter on the north side of Ringgold Road from McBride to Harper Motorsports. They are now working on the installation of the concrete sidewalks and driveway approaches from the retaining wall just west of Belvoir to Weldon. Tally will be resurfacing the street approaches at Ringgold Road at the intersections with Moore Road, Belvoir Road, Dover Road, and Marlboro Road tomorrow and early next week, Monday and Tuesday. So hoping we got good weather for that, those road activities to happen. They will get done. After that is completed, Tally will be dumping topsoil along the north side of Ringgold Road between the curb and the outside edge of the sidewalk, and then seeding that area. That will be done the week of April 8th. And to let you know that the strain pole has been installed at Brooms by NAPCO, and the old pole base will be removed tomorrow or early next week. That's update on Ringgold. North Mac Smith Road, that project was awarded a month or so ago to Adams Contracting. They have informed me that they are ramping up to start the project first or second week in April. Next week you'll see equipment being delivered and materials being delivered on the site. Construction signs will be installed early next week, basically advising the individuals and people of our community as well as our visitors that they're entering a construction zone. Adams Construction has 270 days from the date of notice to proceed, which was March 11th, to complete this project. So we're looking forward to getting this project started, moving through it without any hitches, and getting it completed. I also want to note that our 2023-2024 road resurfacing program in the amount of $1.75 million is complete, except for Sanctuary and Camp Jordan Parkway. Those two will be done either tomorrow or early next week, and then Tally, who had that construction project, will be completed. If you've traveled on McBride Road, watch your speed. That has been recently resurfaced about a week and a half ago. They're doing the manholes right now and then striping, and then that project will be complete. But right now, the cars are traveling a little bit over the speed limit on that one because it's nice and smooth. As Councilman Cagle mentioned, Mike Ailey, who's been with the city for 34 years, retired. Today was his last day, and I have appointed Jeff Crow as the new supervisor for the Traffic Control Department effective tomorrow. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Yes, we wish Mike a wonderful retirement. To Councilman Cagle's point, 34-plus years dedication. So we wish him well and wish him the best in the future for his retirement. And also Mr. Crow for his new responsibilities. All right, we'll move into old business. Item A, public hearing for ordinance number 1204. We'll read the ordinance and then we'll open up the public hearing.
Public hearing for ordinance 1204, an ordinance of the East Ridge City Council to amend ordinance number 481 entitled the East Ridge Zoning Ordinance, Article 6, Supplemental Regulations and Exceptions in order to establish additional safety regulations and protections for the community.
Thank you, sir. I'll open up this public hearing. Mr. Howell, do you want to come forward and rebrief us on this, and then I will see if there's anyone in opposition or in favor of that would like to come forward during this public hearing. Thank you, sir.
Mayor and Council, Ordinance 1024 will provide safety regulations for retail sales of fireworks within the C1 and C2 districts by adding standards and rules and regulations for the permit holder. This will add linear feet distances to residential structures, residential zones, hospitals, parks, schools, fuel storage facilities, property lines, and existing firework retails. Retail sales shall only be permitted on the Highway 41 corridor in C1 and C2 zone districts only, and does not allow for fireworks sales where existing single business operates from a building over 7,500 square feet. These combined regulations and protection will provide additional safety for the citizens and the public of East Ridge.
Thank you, sir. This is an opportunity if anyone, anyone from the audience can come forward at this time that's in favor of or in opposition. Now's your opportunity. I don't see anyone, so I will close this public hearing and we'll move into the actual ordinance of 1204.
Ordinance number 1204, an ordinance of the East Ridge City Council to amend ordinance number 481 entitled the East Ridge Zoning Ordinance, Article 6, Supplemental Regulations and Exceptions in order to establish additional safety regulations and protections for the community.
Thank you, sir. This will be the second and final reading. I will entertain a motion for ordinance number 1204.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 1204.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Vice Mayor Haynes and a second by Councilmember Whitt. Do we have any discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
You all know I abstained last meeting because I wasn't satisfied with the restrictions, and I just think our restrictions on this ordinance is too strenuous. I think we need to put it in, like we say, any commercial district other than Highway 41. And so I just can't vote for it, so I'm no.
Councilmember Tyler.
No.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Ordinance number 1204 passed second and final reading. We'll move to new business, item A, presentation.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Okay. The city entered into an architectural agreement with Hefferlin and Cronenberg Architects on November 9th last year for architectural services to include the design and development of plans and specifications for a multi-purpose pavilion to be built behind City Hall and the community center. Their HK Architects are now completed with the design development phase, and they're going to give a brief presentation tonight in regard to what they have done to date. We are now ready to review the work product, and hopefully if you are satisfied with what you see, we need to give them the authorization to proceed with this project and move forward with the construction drawings and the bid documents. You have a copy of your presentation in front of you. Ms. Hefferlin will go through the schedule in the rear give you an idea of how we're going to progress on this project. So I want to introduce Heidi Hefferlin from Hefferlin and Cronenberg Architects, who's going to give us, and Michael.
Michael Prater.
Great Prater, Michael Prater, who's done a lot of the work on this. Both of them together, I think we've met with them 3 or 4 times in the past 3 or 4 months since they were brought on board in November in regard to the various conceptual and preliminary phases of this project. So they're going to give the presentation on what they have tonight. So I'll turn the mic over to you. We don't have the TV in front of us working, but what they will be referring to is the 4 pages that was in front of you. The audience will have TV coverage on both ends of the council chambers. So, Ms. Everman?
Thank you, Mr. Miller, and thank you, Mayor Williams and council, for the opportunity to give this presentation. What you're going to see here tonight is, as Mr. Miller said, the results of all the work that we've been doing with our consultants and with your staff. Mr. Miller, Cameron, and Shauna have worked together to help us develop the program for this project and bring it to where it is. Also, our consultants are March Adams for structural, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, and ASA Engineering for civil. So what you have in front of you first is the site plan, and I'll go through that with you. But the first thing we did was to locate the building, and we went through several studies about how to locate the building, and it is situated behind City Hall and close to the community center, and it is ringed by parking, and we located the building where it is so that it has a good relationship to the site, good access for the different uses that are planned, which are festivals, weddings, farmers markets, gatherings of your city employees. So it's going to have a nice relationship to the community center, which does a lot of business, and your future renovation of McBrien Elementary if it happens. There'll also be a view through from Tombras, so when people are driving down Tombras, they'll be able to see between City Hall and the community center this new building, which is going to be a nice feature for your town center. The road had to be slightly realigned to account for the new building, which is has already been laid out, and there's an upcoming addition to the community center I believe you have in process. That has been accounted for as well. And we have looked into the stormwater because this site takes on a lot of stormwater from the adjacent properties. We have 2 retention areas, which we're working with our civil engineers to meet all the state and local requirements to contain any extra flood water when it is needed. If you'll turn to the second page, we'll talk about the plans. So the main feature of the building is an event hall, which is 7,072 square feet, and that is accessed from the front of the building through a lobby. And off of that lobby are the support functions for the event hall, where you have the restrooms and an office where they can sign people up and meet with them in order to rent the event hall. The event hall itself is 20 foot high, so it's a large space. It's going to be a grand space that will open up to the north. And if you look towards plan north, or the top side of the hall, you'll see there's big glass doors that will allow that to open up, so it can function in many different ways. You can have that open in nice weather, you can have tents outside, you can have farmers markets inside or outside. And then we've accounted for the needs of the event hall with a storage room that you see to the left that will allow Shauna and her crew to store her tables and chairs. We have 2 suites, Suite A and B, so if you have weddings or functions like musical events, it can act as a green room or bride and groom changing rooms. But it can also be rented out as meeting rooms, so it serves multiple functions. And we're providing a kitchen, a prep area, which is not a commercial kitchen, but it is a catering kitchen that will allow serving the hundreds of people that can be accommodated in the event hall. You'll see to the south there's an outdoor patio that will allow you to have indoor-outdoor functions. And our team is working hard with the current state of volatility in construction pricing. So we are going to treat that outdoor patio as an ad alternate. That will give us some flexibility to make modifications if need be when the bids come in. So the total building area is just under 12,000 square feet, which is what we were charged to design, was a 12,000 square foot building. And we're very pleased with the way that it's shaped up and the function of it. If you go to the next page, you'll see the rendering, which is what you will see from City Hall and the access road. That's the main entry to the building. And what we have done is we're giving the lower portion is all mountain stone, which is nice natural materials from our region. We've incorporated heavy timber at the entryway, and then you see behind the upper roof is the event hall, which is about 24 feet tall, I believe, to the top of the roof. But it's a nice face to the city and what you'll see through when you look through from Tombras. And then we will have a plaza in front where you see the bollards, so that's easy to roll things in and out when you're having your farmers markets, or it gives a nice accessible entrance, and the bollards will protect the vehicles and keep them in their lanes. So that's our presentation. We're very pleased with the product to date, but want to get your approval. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I need to go to one more page.
Last
The
one.
schedule,
Yeah,
yes.
the schedule.
We are on schedule. You'll see that from the time of the contract, we have been through schematic design, completed the survey of the site. We did our kickoff with the team, went through schematic design. And I will tell you, we went through several iterations of the design to arrive at where we are, and it was worth the effort to look at different alternatives. Then we received approval to proceed with design development at the middle of January, and you see where we are now. At March 22, we completed DD, and now we're waiting for your approval, and then we will move directly into construction documents and begin bidding in June. You see the steps moving forward, but Mr. Miller keeps us right on schedule.
We've been working very hard on this. I will say, the project will come in, we're looking at the project financial-wise coming in under $6 million. We had $6 million appropriated for this project. And that's why we're looking at an ad alternate with the patio area. If that does come in over $6 million, we have the alternative to not accept that portion. But right now, we're still refining figures to a degree. But what you have and what has been presented is what we're going to end up with the end product, at least the front and the floor plan. There's a lot of effort been put into this to bring this down to what you've seen tonight. Any
I also
questions?
want to mention too that Mr. Prater is the project manager, and he's an East Ridge resident. So, right?
Right across the interstate, actually, right in Belfort, but very near. We spend a lot of time here.
Awesome.
Okay, so the resolution that is before you tonight would be authorization to move forward with the construction drawings and the bid documents, which would include the bid specifications and the construction drawings for the pavilion project. By the way, we do not have a name for this. We're just calling it right now East Ridge Event Hall. There are a lot of names, but we're going to probably have to come up with something. What do you call it, Pioneer or East Ridge or some other name? No, Mike, we're not going to name it after you. But that's where we are right now.
Awesome. Well, I will say that I am extremely excited about this. The layout, the exterior, the floor plan, it's grand. It's awesome. I love it. I think most of the council would agree, but we'll get to that in a second. So thank you very much for your work and the presentation. We'll go ahead and move into item B with the resolution for this, and then if we have any. Okay, got some question now?
I'm all for go ahead and get started on the design, but I have one problem. On this page right here, where the
Site
storm,
plan? Site plan, got it.
yeah, number 2, where it says stormwater. All right, well, we've got 2 stormwater detention ponds.
Yes, sir.
One of them's on the back side. The one on the front side, I wasn't for sure where it was located, so I asked Ms. Heflinger where it was located, and she told me where it was located, and it's right across from the splash pad. And it's not going to have a fence around it. And then she said, well, the kids, when it's raining, they won't be up there. And I said, well, these kids out here, so they're going to be up there playing in this 4-foot swimming pool because this detention pond, and I see it's 4 foot deep. She says it don't hold water all the time. I agree with that, but I just don't like the location of that one detention pond.
Okay. We can look.
She said we'd have to talk to ASA about that.
Yes, we'll
Yeah,
talk
okay.
we'll talk to ASA about that. And let me basically note too, I share your concerns in regard to any body of water. I spent 15 years in the state of Florida at various cities down there, and the rule of thumb in Florida was any body of water which was in excess of 2 feet had to have a 4-foot fence around it to keep toddlers from wandering into 2 feet of water. Is just anything of that or higher produces a very dangerous situation.
Yes,
Yeah,
I voiced my concern to her about the depth of it, and then especially when she told me it wasn't going to have a fence around it, that really got me concerned. So,
But, yeah, we know we have some
yeah,
items that we need to account for, and that being one of them. We will
yeah, I didn't know
handle
if the
that.
location, relocating that might affect maybe moving the building or the parking lot here or something.
We have room in
Yeah.
the back and in the southern portion that we can look at. I'll have ASA engineer look at
Okay.
that.
Thank you, sir. All right, we'll move to item B, resolution number 3528.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving the site plan, floor plan, elevations, and the project schedule of the proposed multi-purpose pavilion and authorizing Hefferlin and Cronenberg architects to proceed with construction drawings and bid documents for the project.
Thank you, sir. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3528.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 3528.
We have a motion to approve by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Vice Mayor Haynes. Do we have any discussion? See none, roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes,
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3528 approved.
Underway.
Ready to proceed. All right, we'll move to item C, resolution number 3529.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving a bid for the shoreline restoration project at Jack Dickert Memorial Pond in Camp Jordan Park.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Scholes?
Yes, Mayor and Council. The Parks and Rec Department accepted sealed bids on the Jack Dickert Memorial Pond Shoreline Restoration Project on Wednesday, March 13th of this year at 2:30. We received 3 bids. Kane Industries came in with 2 different bids. They came in with a shore socks at $140,470 and then a $60,000 separate for riprap. You had Tennessee Restoration came in at $118,250, and then we had Appling Aquatics came in at $40,000. At this time, staff is recommending for us to go with the lowest bid, which is Appling Aquatics Incorporated, that came in at $40,000. They will use, again, the Shore Socks erosion solution for this project. It includes a 5-year warranty, and that is on any of the defective socks materials. This project is also being funded with the Tennessee American Water and American Water Charitable Foundation grant we received back in 2022. Of that grant, we got $250,000. We've used $200,237.40. So we still have $49,000 available. and $762.60. So we should be able to, again, fix our shoreline, and I did include in your packet so that you could see the portion of the shoreline that we're repairing. And I also do have Cody Appling here with the shoreline project, and I also wanted to let you know, he was who installed our fountain and our 4 new aerators at the park also. But I do have him here if y'all do have questions for him.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3529.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 3529.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Councilmember Tyler. Do we have any discussion or questions?
I'd just like to say that I have talked to members of the Dickert family, and this site is very dear to them, and to see this happening is a very nice deal for me. And
And we'll still be able to do more. So once we get this done, I can put some new benches around it with the money left over. So we're trying to do everything in stages. And it will be done before the fishing rodeo.
perfect, good news.
Awesome. Anyone else? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3529 approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move to item D, resolution number 3530.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council to authorize the city manager to advertise for bids for installation of vinyl siding on the sanitation and streets building.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Miller?
Thank you, Mayor. We have a two-story sanitation streets building located at 1015 Yale Street, which is in need of exterior repair. You've got some pictures in your agenda packet which kind of indicate it needs a facelift. So we felt that the best alternative at this time would be to install vinyl siding on the building and then paint the concrete areas below. We've received several quotes in a range of between $15,000 and $20,000. So we're asking or recommending to the city council that this work be done, and we're requesting your authorization to proceed with the bidding of this project.
Thank you, sir. Council will entertain a motion for resolution number 3530.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 3530.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion or questions? See none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3530 passed. We'll move to item E, resolution number 3531.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council to authorize the city manager to advertise for bids to update the HVAC controls at City Hall.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. The existing energy audit system in City Hall is outdated and non-functional. We get areas on the north side of City Hall, which is cold, and we got areas in the middle, which is too warm. We just have to get a system in here, a central processing unit that's going to be workable. The one that we have now came with the original building in 1994. So I am asking the city council to, for their authorization to proceed with bidding out this project. It would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $15,000 to $20,000.
Thank you, sir. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3531.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 3521.
Second.
I believe it's 3531.
Oh, excuse me, 3531.
Just to confirm. Okay, thank you. Any questions, council?
I just
Discussion?
got one.
Yes, sir.
Is each room going to have its own set of controls?
I think we're going to look at, not necessarily each room, but I think we're going to break the city hall into 6 zones and then have each zone be controlled. But the control would also be done by your phone, too.
We're going to have the courts, the back here, okay.
Yes, sir.
Library going to be included?
I'm sorry?
The library?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? See none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3531 passed. We'll move to item F, resolution number 3532.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving a bid for installation of electrical services for 15 automated license plate readers.
Thank you, sir. Chief Usleton.
Mayor and Council, East Ridge Police Department received a grant, Violent Crime Intervention Fund grant to purchase the 15 automated license plate readers to go up on, along Ringgold Road. Those will be in 11 separate locations. We need to provide power to run those cameras. We sent it out for bid. We received 3 bids, the lowest being from Allegiant Electric for $18,550 to be paid out of the East Ridge Police Department's drug fund. So we would recommend approval to have Allegiant Electric do the work for us.
Thank you, sir. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3532.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 3532.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion or questions?
Are these similar to the ones that are already in use?
Yes. They, those are, we bought those, through our budget. They've been extremely effective.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Based on the reports, they seem to be doing a great job.
Anyone else? See none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3532 approved. We'll move to the last item. That's actually the last item of the agenda, so we'll move to the discussion of the tentative agenda for April the 11th. Under old business, we wouldn't have anything, so under new business, we have an unnumbered resolution, appointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals, and this is by Vice Mayor Haynes. So then the next item is an unnumbered resolution for appointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals for Councilmember Witt. Then another unnumbered resolution, approval of lease to purchase of 19 in-car cameras from the police department. Chief Usleton.
Yes, we included this in the last budget that was passed in July. It's a little complicated to lease to purchase through the state. We've been waiting on approval from the comptroller's office. They have just approved us to do the lease purchase. The grand total for the 19 cameras, in-car cameras, would be $194,275, but it's broken down over 5 years. The first payment was will be $43,795, and the subsequent years will be $37,620. Involved in the purchase also includes the cloud storage for all of the video.
Thank you, sir. Any questions, council?
One, so the contract allows for unlimited storage, and the contract is for 5 years. Will we have access to that data after the contract's expired, or will we have to renew the contract?
After the contract is expired, there is a overall fee. We've purchased the same number of cameras under different programs. Some we purchased outright, and then we pay basically a fee to access the cloud storage and store every year. So this would roll over onto that program where we would just pay for the cloud storage for the life of the camera.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? I see none. The next item is an unnumbered resolution approval of ASA Engineering to provide construction engineering inspection services for the North Mac Smith Road widening improvement project. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. As mentioned previously, we awarded a North Mac Smith Road widening and improvement project to Adams Contracting. They are to start within probably the next several weeks. There will be a need for construction engineering inspection services to be provided to inspect and monitor the work that's being done on that. This is not an easy project, taking 2 lanes and transforming them into 4 lanes with a grass median on portions of it, 5 lanes at the intersection of North Mac Smith Road and Ringgold Road. This will be I'll have a proposal to the council at the city council meeting of April 11th to consider for approval for ASA Engineering. They handled all the engineering phases of this road project, the conceptual, the preliminary, final design plans, right-of-way plans, construction plans, bids and specs, so it only makes sense to have them continue as for the CEI services, so we can get this road built to the specs.
Thank you, sir. Council, any questions? I see none. That is the last item we have on the tentative agenda for April the 11th. Is there any other items of business we need to discuss? I see none. I wish everyone a very happy and safe and blessed Easter, and this meeting is adjourned. Adjourned.